That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw, Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the... And oh, that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reuben Foster, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Rivers to throw it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco got a man open. It's Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Once more, here's Eckler. And an alley to run. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man, it's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards on the ground. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We had this going right from the beginning.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. Hines. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Outside, 180! Red! He's coming! Double up!
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down at the 28. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Flacco now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
We got 4.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well,